a video. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. It's January the 2nd, so let's go for a run. So today I'm going to be doing an hour run with some strides, putting on my gilet. What do you think of this gilet look? Looks pretty good. It's super cold in London right now, so got to wrap up. I don't tend to normally wear a lot of layers, but kind of have to. One thing I can't live without obviously is gloves. It'll save your fingers. What is this video about today? So we're talking mainly about the 2021 calendar, any goals, any aspirations for the year ahead. It is that time of the year when everyone does talk about what they're looking forward to doing in this year, and obviously one thing I want to do more of is obviously race more, because I only got to race once last year. Number two is to create more content for you guys and to bring you guys on board a lot more. My training, Project Half, any kit, any reviews that I can give you on shoes, any other kit that I might be getting in the next few weeks or so, or obviously later on in the year as well. So that is definitely something that I will be doing and bringing you on board on the channel. I've done a warm up. I'm just going to get my phone and I'm going to head out the door. So see you out there on the road. Into my local country park. So what are my goals for 2021? I think first thing is to acknowledge what happened last year. So the best part of 9 months or so, even up to this day right now, I've been getting over the hamstring injury. Each day, each week, each run actually is getting me ever so much closer to that normal self. I feel probably like 98%, which is close to 100 to how I was feeling pre-injury. So we're almost there, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to get me fit, to get me strong, to get me feeling super ready for running and doing what I love doing, and that is to run. With that in mind, I was only able to race once last year, and that was actually on this day in January last year. I run through in Victoria Park where I ran a 10k. So other than that, other than the virtual London Marathon, I didn't race at all. I was going to race in December, but the race that I wanted to do got called off, so in the end I wasn't able to do that. So what do we actually have in the calendar? In the calendar right now, a lot like many of you, starts in April. So these are the two main events that I'm doing. Is the half marathon along with Project Half. If you haven't seen, please follow the link up above for the mini series that I've created on Project Half. So the first one is the Royal Parks Half, which starts off in Hyde Park and it's a loop of London finishing up in Hyde Park again. Moving on to probably an A race is most likely going to be the big half on the 25th of April. I think that's the one where I know I'll be able to run a fast time. And then moving on to that, thank you, the Hackney Half Marathon in May, along with the London Landmarks Half Marathon as well. So those are 4 races which I have in the calendar. Alongside that, what I will want to do is when races get back up and running is probably run a couple of 5 or 10Ks, probably run throughs, probably Olympic Park or Victoria Park, or whichever I can sort of get myself into, just to sort of benchmark myself. I think I mentioned in the last video that I probably wasn't too keen on time trials. I still am not, but if I have to, I have to. If you want to race with me, let me know. I can come to you. As long as it's local, as long as we're not breaking tiers, then we can definitely get that done. But yeah, if you want to run together, I live in Essex, I live in London, sort of in between both, so I'm more than happy to sort of run with you. So what does that mean in terms of goals? Let's put some goals and some times next to these races. So that is the spring season of my half marathon sort of taken care of. I'm a marathon runner. My full aim is to probably run a couple of marathons in the autumn period. I'm in for Berlin, which is probably my A race. I've also got a good for age time for London Marathon, which is on October the 3rd, and that's a week after Berlin. So I'm kind of in a dilemma as to which one I would do. My most liking and most inkling is probably going to do Berlin, obviously because of it being a good race for me, and obviously I really want to go back to Berlin. I think it's a great memory. I think one thing I've learned from last year is obviously you get to look back on what things mean to you, and having the opportunity to travel to run a race in another country is one thing I definitely want to do. Goals for the marathon are sub 2:45, and for the half marathon is to beat or come as close to 75 minutes, so that's 1 hour 15 as possible. My current PBs for those distances are 2:51 for the marathon, and I've run 1 hour 21 for the half, so I feel as if I'm in good shape. I've put myself in really good shape going into definitely April. I feel pretty fit right now, definitely better than where I was last year, which is always a good measure. So those are the two aims. Aside from that, 10k I'd say to go under 36, 35ish, as close as possible to that. And obviously with the 5k is eventually is to break 17 minutes. So I haven't raced a 5k in such a long time. I actually never ran a PB last year, which is strange, but it is what it is. I'm more than happy with that. I didn't force it, which was probably one of the reasons why I've been able to overcome the injury. It's something that you've got to manage, and it's something which I'll have to manage going forward. And let's get back up and running. Those are the goals, 4 times that I want to crack, and hopefully with the races going ahead we're able to do so, and that will be pretty cool if I can nail some of those times. Might not be so advisable to run London Marathon after Berlin, but that could be one of those marathons where you sort of coast it and bring it home, because I definitely would want to be a part of the first London Marathon back with everyone. Oh, it's going to be so special. It really will be so special, and I think I cannot miss it for the world. Don't care if I crawl it, walk it, whatever. I think I have to be there. So that's definitely one thing. So aside from race goals, time goals, personal best goals, number 2 is to grow this channel. And I think by bringing you more content, by taking you with me a lot more, that's going to grow. And obviously getting on board a lot more reviews of kits, shoes, anything that I'm trying, along with key sessions, races, and everything that's sort of connected with my training. One thing I definitely have to get myself on board with is taking the GoPro out on a race with me. That's something I've not done yet, and I think that will make an amazing experience. Definitely taking you on board. Going back to kit, definitely excited to try out the new Nike Zoom X Invincible along with the Nike Infinity Run 2 Flyknit, which hopefully I'm going to get my hands on next week, and I'll bring that to the channel and give you guys my first impressions. So that's goal number 2. Goal number 3 has to be the way I train. If you know me outside of YouTube way before, you know that I train very consistently, and it's the key way to train. If you can do it day in, day out, week in, week out, month by month and year by year, you are bound to make progression. If you look back at my marathon journey video, there are some answers in there for any of you who are in that time frame or looking to make progress. And there's so many things you can do, and there's so many things that you won't do to sort of increase your performance, to knock down that time, to make you an overall better runner. So goal number 4, which probably overrides most of them, is if you've got an idea that you want to do it. Like, I've been wanting to do YouTube for such a long time, but maybe never plucked up enough courage to actually do it until last year, because of lockdown, because of the back end of the summer, where I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna film a video. I'm just gonna literally just take you guys on board, and I don't regret 1 second of it. It's been amazing for me to have done that, and that's something that I want to build upon by being more consistent, filming more content, and sharing as much of my running journey, my life, some aspects of my personal life with you. So I think my biggest tip for 2021, aside from all of the races, training, is if you want to do something, life is too short to not go and do it. And now I finished up my run, and now it's time to do some strides. Oh god, strides always get me. When it comes to strides, I do 6 to 8 times 100 meters, so 6 to 8 reps of 100 meters with a full recovery in between. So that's bringing your heart rate nice and low. So there we have it, guys. That is the video today. So that's my 2021 goals, putting it out there. 2:45 marathon, sub 75-minute half marathon, along with a 5 and a 10k. I do hope I can see as many of you at these races as possible, but again, like I said, if you're in Essex or in London, North East London, let me know. We can sort of train together. As long as we're not breaking the rules, we can definitely do that. Be good to run with other people once again. So I want to say thank you for watching. I really hope you have a really lovely start to the new year. Train smart, train consistent, and work hard. That's all I've got to say, because if you want to achieve any of those dreams or goals or anything that you've got on the calendar, it's only going to happen if you put the work in. So that's my biggest advice. But until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.